All right, what's up, people? So I figured I'd do Ezekiel 9:9 today. I think it's a rather interesting verse, and I'm going to have to take you over to, I don't know, some translations because I think the way that I'm going to make an argument, this one's going to be a little bit long, even though it probably shouldn't be. This is a motif that in Scripture, in the Bible, is very common. It's kind of like, well, the Jews, they fell away. And then we lost them in the wilderness for 40 years when they had to walk 10 minutes up the street. It's like, how did you get lost at the Popeyes, my dude? How did you get lost at the KFC? It was right up the street, bro. I don't understand the 40 years thing. 40 years is a long time. 40 years is enough to build a ship. I have no idea. But, so I want to go to this guy over here. So this is the verse. I don't like NIV. NLT, no, I do not. We always the Berean standard is pretty good, in my opinion. New King James is always good, and New American Standard is pretty much what we all go with. So now this is God talking. Well, actually, this is Ezekiel talking, but he's talking about what God said to him. So then he, meaning God, said to me, meaning Ezekiel, the guilt of the house of Israel and Judah is very, very great. And that always, if you look at all the translations, in the New King James it says exceedingly, but it's very, very in the actual Hebrew, it's a double fucking thing. Anyway, that's why the New American Standard is what the scholars go to. Is very, very great. And the land is filled with blood, and the city is full of perversion. For they say, the Lord, and that means God, okay, that means Yahweh, has abandoned the land. And Yahweh, meaning the Lord, does not see. Now, this does not see is in every translation. And then in the Amplified Bible, well, of course, you're going to have a lot of shit in parentheses and brackets and everything else. It's amplified. No, he does not see. He does not see. He does not, well, the contemporary English version is gay. He does not see. Meaning God. God does not see. So what I want to do is I want to like equate this to what I think is the most problematic of problems for Christians or anybody that believes in a God that gives a shit, which is, it's called the problem of absence. It's not necessarily the problem of evil, because the problem of evil is susceptible to a counter-argument called the best of all possible worlds. I don't want to get into the philosophy. It's silly, it's gay, but let's just say that the problem of absence, divine hiddenness, is all, you'll hear it called that too, is always a problem. Because it's like, okay, so there's this really cool guy that created everything and cares a lot about us, wants us to be the best that we can be, and where can I find that guy? Oh, no, just listen to us. No, wait, he's in a book. I think Ezekiel is pushing back on this. And if you understand, the thing is, Ezekiel is the most like, how should we say, until you get to, the author of the Apocalypse of John, whoever that was. I don't believe it was John of Patmos, but it might have been. I don't fucking know. But you don't see these visionary images of God in the way you do in Ezekiel. But what he does there is he talks about the argument from absence. In my opinion, I think that's what this is. Because this goes back to that trope. In all the Hebrew texts, it's basically the people abandoned God is why God abandoned the people. That's why Moses couldn't see the promised land, etc., etc. It's why everything, when you think things are coming up to the exact point, it's like, no. It's the oy vey, you know what I mean, of these scriptures. Constantly trying to understand why they're getting basically destroyed every time they get into a military conflict. Trying to understand that. And it's always You didn't follow my rules. You didn't follow my commandments. And that's why I pulled back. Because when you start getting into the later prophets in the Old Testament, what you're going to see is almost a despair amongst these people. Because it's like, we've waited so long. We've oyveyed for so long. How come you're not coming? And this dude says, it's because of the iniquities. Let's go back to the verse. Hold on. Let's go back to the verse. Let's do New American. New American Standard is the best. Then he said to me, God said to me, the guilt of the house of Israel and Judah is very, very great. And the land is filled with blood, and the city is full of perversion. For they say the Lord has abandoned the land, and the Lord does not see. Now you can interpret that whatever way you want. I'm interpreting that as an argument from absence. Meaning the people stopped believing because your God kept sucking. And so, like, the oy veys just keep going on and on and on, to the point where it spawned an entirely new religion. You know what I'm saying? Let's turn defeat into victory. How do we do that? Well, read the New Testament. I don't know. I'm not saying this as a Christian. I got into a really big argument today. Not really big. Big to me is I have to do a reply. It was incredibly funny. But anywho, that's not the subject of this video. But the point is, this is wait till we get to Psalm 9:9 or Proverbs 9:9. We're getting through the 9:9s. Trust me. This is going to be cool. But seriously, just notice the trope again, that the reason why God is not there is because of unbelief or mispractice or this, that, and the third. Why did Moses have to get a second copy of the Ten Commandments, etc., etc.? You know what I mean? It's like, this is why could Moses not enter the Promised Land, etc., etc. You can deal with it whatever way you want. I just think this is fun. So, anywho, I don't even know where the fuck I am. Am I there?